need to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Varvanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. We can use some air support. Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Count is back in the saddle of Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny. It's got that much harder.
I'm hit, but still fighting.
Tank is destroyed. Strider 1, missile away.
Target locked.
Come on, dodge that missile. Make one to make squadron. Buy us some time. We got friendlies coming in. Half the enemy's already down. I know our SSG is really something.
Target is in range of
Got these guys. That's where somebody lights a fire under our asset.
Strider 1, lock on target.
Roger. The park will be secured. European big shot clear the way.
I have a feeling.
Standing behind you. I'm cornered.
Who cares if the aircraft's got the strike?
Behind target. Attacking.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
You're mine.
Catch him now.
Missile launched.
Getting on a block. Breaking.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Evading. Friendly aircraft lost. Bandit evaded attack. Trying again. Send in more troops.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Lock on. Good night.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Bandit sighted.
Target destroyed.
Right in that hit.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Evade that missile.
Behind bandit.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Locked on.
Missile breaking. Ahead.
The enemy's pouring on their forces. Enemy on your tail.
Missile launched. Target eliminated.
Enemy missile detected. Evading. We're out of standstill. We're pinned down.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
SAM site destroyed.
The missile got through our ECM. Shoot it.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Shoot. Roger.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1. Strider 1, watch your tail. Strider 1, missile away.
Strider 4, evade!
Three strikes is overhead. Radio Rock's now on our side.
Strider 1, warning, missile!
Bandit has a lock.
Escort missions are no walk in the park. Protect those ships.
Strider 1, Fox 3. Strider 1, target acquired. Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Hostile behind you.
Missile hit. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait. The enemy doesn't have much in the way of proper ships. We should try changing up our attack strategies. I don't like the look of things. They're relentless.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Target is eliminated.
Enemy's got a lock. Strider 4, missile, shake it off.
The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. It's gonna be tougher than we thought.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose?
Strider 1, target acquired. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
Understood.
Understood.
Understood.
This is the Stork. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
It's a big maze.
Strider 1, missile away.
Hostile has a lock. Strider 3 launching missile.
Strider 1, enemy ship sunk.
Enemy is locked on. Break away. Mark 2. Locked on. Enemy behind you. Move to cover. Enemy's got a lock.
Target acquired.
Special delivery.
Anti-air gun eliminated.
They're after you, Strider 1.
Target locked.
3 minutes remaining.
Recon 5, enemy's locked on.
Missile! I have to evade! Mark 2. Missile incoming. Break. I'm on his rear.
Locked on bandit.
Bandit evaded attack. Try again.
Enemy's got a lock.
Enemy sighted.
Come on, dodge that missile.
2 minutes remaining.
Say goodbye.
Strider 1, missile away.
Enemy's locked me. Breaking up. This is Skull 3. Locked on bandit. Enemy clear.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring them to war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
1 minute remaining.
Enemy's got a lock.
Three, Mark 2.
You're almost out of special weaponry. 30 seconds remaining.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Enemy sighted.
Gotcha, pal.
This is Skull 3. I'm on my target.
Missile closing in on me.
Missile hit.
Enemy dodged. Continue on your target.
Enemy has a lock on you, Strider 1.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. Two bogeys. No, 5 SU-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at different levels. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Locked on. What's this guy eating? Fly like that?
The engine's been sunk. There's a fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Suit 5 is hit. Sorry, I gotta bail out.
You did well. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Missed. Don't go out of the run. 2 or more on each target.
Mr. X is eating through the Ocean forces.
No, 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 no. Who are these guys?
Target was not struck.
Strider 1, warning, missile.
Locked on. That's it.
Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay. Shaking bandit.
They evaded it.
Roger. Enemy has a lock on you.
Fox 2. Special delivery.
They have a lock on me.
Don't get too far ahead.
See where your plane is headed. Eject.
Forgive me. Good luck.
Target locked.
Taking evasive action. They've got their flight and close nailed down.
Target acquired.
Locked on. Fox 2. Fox 2.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Damn, it's a Cyclops 3. I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Shaking bandit. Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trick, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Strider 2. All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Nah. Oh, Cam, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. We're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Taking evasive action.
shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6. Shit! He's refusing to fire. He wants a sure shot. Not too bad. Got his attention. Just wait for your chance.
It's mine.
There's the spear activation. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit! Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman.
Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2. You're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count.
Target was not struck.
Can Trigger handle this solo?
Strata 1, target acquired. Good Lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
Shit. This guy's too tough.
I don't think I can take him on.
Missile hit!
Good job.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD's
Damn it.
pushing out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabant's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
Keeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. But our enemy...
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, Both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.